Dear parents, your child is embarking on a journey into scientific research. We feel deeply privileged to have the opportunity to get to know your children, support them, and be part of their journey at its very beginning. There is a reason that among the 8 billion people on Earth, only a rare few keep their sense of wonder. We hope your children will be among them, whether they become scientists, entrepreneurs, leaders, or professionals. Engaging in scientific research and developing scientific thinking will make a profound difference in their own life and the lives of those they will help improve. This guide will help you understand our philosophy, the guiding principles for your children, and the 7-step approach. It will also prepare you for your most important role, to serve as a thought partner, standing beside your child as an equal on this shared journey of discovery. Let me first address the elephant in the room, artificial intelligence. This is a topic that weighs on every parent's mind. We draw a clear line between AI for automation, doing the work for the learner, and AI for augmentation, which extends curiosity, accelerates feedback, and deepens thinking. Make sure your child masters AI before it masters them. Build AI muscles, the skills and ethics to challenge and verify their work. In this way, they will learn to use AI as a powerful partner in discovery, never as a substitute for their own thinking. This critical topic is discussed in detail in Part 4. Part 1. Our philosophy establishes the foundational mindset that supports our approach to mentorship and learning. It also addresses the emotional dimensions of the parent-child dynamic. Part 2. Guiding Principles translates this philosophy into concrete, actionable behaviors and habits. Part 1 is the theory. Part 2 is the practice. Part 3. The 7-step explains the structured, practical process for beginners. Part 4. Learning in the Age of AI offers guidance on using AI wisely and introduces Jay-Z AI to support learning and not take shortcuts. Best, Jinhua Zhao and Zhengzhen, Mia, Tan. Co-founders, Scientific Research Made Simple. A Parent's Guide, copyright 2025, Jay-Z Research International, all rights reserved. Part 1. Our Philosophy. Your most crucial role is to cultivate an environment where your student feels empowered and safe to explore, make mistakes, and grow. This begins with reframing what research means and how success is measured. 1. The student versus the researcher. A fundamental shift we encourage is moving from a student mindset to a researcher mindset. These are distinct ways of thinking. A student absorbs existing knowledge. A researcher discovers new knowledge. This means moving from a world of known answers to a world of open questions, where curiosity is more important than memorization. Your role. Encourage this shift by celebrating the questions your child asks, not just the answers they know. Help them get comfortable with uncertainty and the idea of exploring topics where no textbook has the answer. 2. Don't follow your passion. Build it. Many students are told to follow your passion, but for a high schooler, this advice can be paralyzing. Our approach is different. We believe that real passion isn't found. It's built. It grows from curiosity, effort, and mastery. Instead of asking, "What's your favorite subject?" we ask, "What have you noticed?" Great research starts with thoughtful observation, the seed of an original idea that your child can truly own. Your role: praise their effort, persistence, and the skills they are developing. Reinforce that lasting passion is the result of mastery, which is built through the 7-step research journey discussed in Part 3. 3. Helping others. The ultimate motivation. Research finds its deepest meaning not in the what or how, but in the who. The most profound motivation for any researcher, from a high school student to a Nobel laureate, is the knowledge that their work might improve someone's life. We believe that caring for others is the ultimate source of sustained purpose in science. Your role. Help your child connect their intellectual curiosity to human impact. The simple question, whose life could be better because of your work, can transform an abstract project into a meaningful mission. 4. Embrace the process, not just the product. Authentic research is rarely a straight line. It's a winding path filled with unexpected turns, dead ends, and failures. These moments are not failures. They are a fundamental part of the scientific method and essential learning opportunities. This mindset is crucial for the iterative work in the research process, particularly in Step 5, get feedback and refine. Your role. Celebrate the effort, the questions, and the small discoveries. Shift the dinner table conversation from, "Have you finished your research paper?" to, "What did you try this week that didn't work?" or "What surprised you in your reading today?" 5. Acknowledge and address the fear. Fear of failure is one of the biggest hurdles, often driven by pressure to succeed. Many high-achieving students also experience the imposter phenomenon, feeling their accomplishments are due to luck. Your role. Create psychological safety at home. Normalize fear by sharing your own mistakes and what you learned. When your student has a setback, listen with empathy rather than jumping to solutions. 6. The sanctity of ownership. The most precious outcome of this journey is a student's sense of ownership, the profound feeling that this is my idea. This intellectual ownership is the bedrock of intrinsic motivation and academic confidence. It is a fragile outcome that must be carefully nurtured, especially in an age where tools like AI can easily create the illusion of achievement without the underlying effort. Your role. Your primary goal is to protect this feeling. This means consistently reinforcing their agency and ensuring their voice remains at the center of the project, a theme we revisit in Part 4. 7. Bonding through inquiry. Your role as a thought partner. In many areas of life, the parent-child dynamic is unequal. Research is different. It is the great equalizer. On a journey into the unknown, nobody has all the answers. No significant learning occurs without a significant relationship. James Comer. Your role. Be a thought partner standing beside your child, not above them. The 7-Step Research Design Guide workbook contains 24 specific tasks. We ask that for each task, you set aside time to discuss your child's work with them as an equal exploration partner. Part 2. Guiding Principles. 1. See the world like a scientist. What sets a scientist apart from everyone else? Faced with the same experience, most people accept it as is, but a scientist pauses to ask, why? Encourage your child to pay attention to details and question the everyday world. This is the foundation of Step 1. Observation. Your role. Model this behavior yourself. Point out something odd, funny, or beautiful, a shadow, a cloud, a gadget, and wonder about it together. Curiosity can be contagious. 2. Model the best. Encourage your child to constantly read articles from the top journals in their fields of interest as outlined in Step 2. Explore the frontier of human knowledge. Your role. You don't need to understand the articles yourself. Your role is to become their first student. Ask them, "Teach me the most interesting thing you learned from that paper today." This reinforces their growing expertise and mastery. 3. Appreciate the weak connection. True innovation often sparks from a weak or surprising link between an observation and a scientific concept, as detailed in Step 3. Make a connection. There is an asymmetry in scientific research. Answering a research question, hypothesis testing, is the well-structured, formal part of science. But coming up with the question, hypothesis generation, is the informal, ad hoc, creative prequel. It comes from a messier process of intuition and imagination that can't be forced into a neat formula. Your role. When they share a seemingly weird or random connection, get curious. Ask, "That's interesting. Tell me more about how you see those two things being related." A Parent's Guide Copyright 2025. J.Z. Research International, all rights reserved, 5 Scientific Research, made simple. www.zhaojinhua.com. 4. Care for the Who. Let purpose define importance. The best research question isn't the most complex, it's the one that matters to someone. This is the central lesson of Step 4. Find the who and why. Your role. Gently guide the conversation toward impact by asking, "Who could this help?" or "Whose life would be better if we knew the answer to that?" 5. Navigate the inner and outer circles. Research has a creative, messy inner circle, steps 1 to 3, and a structured, purposeful outer circle, steps 4 to 6. Your role. Help your child embrace both modes of thinking, allowing for playful creativity in the beginning and rigorous focus later on. 6. Protect their ownership. The goal is for your child to feel a deep sense of pride in their intellectual creation. This feeling of ownership, combined with the purpose of helping others, is the true reward of the entire process, from the initial spark in Step 1 to the final question in Step 7. Your role. Use language that reinforces their agency. Say your idea and your discovery. Remind them often that the work belongs to them. Part 3. The 7 Steps. Over the past 15 years of advising students at MIT, I have seen even the most talented students face 2 challenges. First, waiting for the eureka moment. Some students believe research begins with a sudden flash of inspiration. But waiting for that magic moment is not practical advice. In fact, it creates more anxiety. Second, achieved but not fulfilled. Many students succeed in producing technically strong work, yet still feel unfulfilled. Their projects meet academic standards, but lack a sense of meaning or connection. Your children may face similar challenges. As a direct response to these challenges, we guide your children through a structured 7-step journey, which helps them transform simple observations into a formal research project. To do, you and your child watch the video where Jinhua introduces the 7-step. Design Guide. https://youtube.be1t-aketcqfu. A Parent's Guide. Copyright 2025. J.Z. Research International. All rights reserved. 7 Scientific Research made simple. www.zhaojinhua.com. Traditionally, scientific research is presented as 5 components. They explain the what and how, but they do not answer the 2 fundamental questions. Where do research ideas come from? The origin, and who does this research help? The purpose. To address this, I developed the 7-step research design framework. It demystifies the research process by breaking it down into 24 manageable tasks. This framework is built around an inner circle for generating ideas, steps 1 to 3, an outer circle for adding purpose and precision, steps 4 to 6, and a final step for reflection. A Parent's Guide, copyright 2025, J.Z. Research International, all rights reserved. 8 Scientific Research made simple. www.zhaojinhua.com. The 7-Step Journey Guide. The Inner Circle, generating initial ideas. Step 1. Observation. Your child will identify and describe a natural phenomenon or human behavior that sparks their interest. Step 2. Frontier of Human Knowledge. Students learn to model the best by exploring top academic journals. Step 3. From Connection to Generation. This is the creative core. Students are guided to find connections, especially weak or surprising ones, between their personal observations and the scientific frontier. The outer circle, adding purpose and precision. Step 4. Care for the who and why. A research idea gains purpose when it's connected to people. Students identify who their research could help and interview them. Step 5. The feedback loop. Based on insights from stakeholders, students use this feedback loop to refine their topics. Step 6. Define the what. With a purposeful idea, students transform their proto-question into a formal, structured, and testable research question. The reflection and integration. Step 7. Reflect on the journey. Finally, students look back at how their initial spark of curiosity evolved into a formal question, solidifying their ownership of the idea in an integrated document. Part 4. Learning in the Age of AI. Karim Lakhani said, "AI won't replace humans, but humans with AI will replace humans without AI." A 2025 MIT Media Lab research paper said, "Using AI may erode students' critical thinking skills." Link: Who should we listen to? It's essential to understand the difference between automation versus augmentation. Automation, when AI completes a task for the student. Augmentation, when AI helps a student improve their own ability to complete the task. Today's AI excels at automation, but not augmentation. It is far easier to benchmark an AI on its performance automation than it is to measure how much a user is learning or improving augmentation. The view of AI for automation may work for corporations focused on final results, but from an educational standpoint, AI that completes tasks without fostering learning is entirely useless. We must be clear-eyed about the dangers of misuse. When used as a shortcut, AI can 1. Destroy effort and learning. It robs students of the productive struggle, the effortful trial and error process that builds true new knowledge and skills. It erodes critical thinking and judgment. 2. Destroy ownership and motivation. The most precious outcome is your child's feeling that this is my idea. If an AI generates the core ideas, students lose that sense of ownership. Students will feel it. Our answer, JZAI, is designed to prevent these pitfalls. It functions as a mentor, asking probing questions and helping students refine their work. It teaches students to use AI for augmentation. AI challenges their ideas, deepens their understanding, and does not just produce answers. JZAI. It creates healthy friction. JZA. I make students think and write first. It will not generate a response without meaningful input from the student, ensuring they engage in the productive struggle necessary for learning. It offers gentle guidance. When students get stuck, JZAI provides prompts and cues just enough to spark progress while keeping the students going. It puts the student's voice. First, JZAI elevates students' own work at the center. It echoes, refines, and challenges, never to replace. It safeguards students' precious sense of intellectual ownership. The JZAI will be made available for each step after a student has completed the first draft for that step in the workbook. As a parent, you play a pivotal role in shaping how your child experiences AI in their research journey. 1. Explain the philosophy. Help your child understand the distinction between automation and augmentation and why JZAI never gives direct answers. 2. Ensure accountability. Insist that your child completes each task on their own first and only then uses AI to refine and question their work. 3. Foster reflection. Engage in conversations with your child about how AI has or has not truly helped their learning and thinking. Indeed, AI can enhance learning substantially, but it will not change what is most fundamental. AI will not change the following. 1. AI I cannot help us build a relationship with our children. In fact, we should caution that our teens do not bond more with AI than with us. 2. When AI scaffolds our children, it improves their performance, but not learning. AI reduces the friction of learning, but it is through friction that we learn. There is no shortcut. Effort is the algorithm. Thank you for walking alongside your child in this journey of discovery. Your presence is the foundation of your child's growth. In the age of AI, the world needs more thoughtful and caring human beings who have the sense of wonder and lead with compassion. That is exactly what Scientific Research Made Simple is designed to nurture in your child. More on this revolutionary way of learning scientific research in the AI age, simply scan the code below. Please do not distribute this document without written permission. A Parent's Guide, copyright 2025, J. Zaid Research International, all rights reserved.